All right, Beantown Podcast, Pledge Drive, Season 7, Year 7 is here. We got 3 computers going. We got audio stream, we got video stream, we got backup audio stream. So we're going to see how it goes. Quinn David Furness coming to you live. We'll kick it off with the song per usual. Here we go. I don't know the words, so it's going to be fun. Hey there, cutes, put on your dancing boots. Come on and dance with me. Come dance with me, what an evening for some terpsichore. Hey, pretty face, I know a swinging place. Come on and dance with me. Romance with me on a crowded floor. And while the rhythm swings, what cuckoo things I'll be saying. For what is dancing but making love set to music playing when the band begins to leave the stand and folks start to roll. As we wing home cheek to cheek we'll be. Come on, come on, come on, come on and dance with me. Hey there, cutes, put on your bassy boots. Come on and dance with me. Come dance with me, what an evening for some terpsichore. Hairy face, I know a swinging place. Come on and dance with me. Romance with me on a crowded floor. And while the rhythm swings, what cuckoo things I'll be saying. For what is dancing but making love set to music playing when the band begins to leave the stand and folks start to roll. As we walk home cheek to cheek we'll be. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on and dance with me. Hey, what's going on? It's going to play an ad in a second here. Quinn David Furness, welcome to my show. Quinn David Furness presents the Beantown Podcast, Year 7, Pledge Drive, Telethon, Fundraiser. What's going on? What's happening? How are you? My name is Quinn, and this is my show. Quinn David Furness presents the Beantown Podcast. Oh, what a time to be alive. We got tech issues. We got everything going on here. My name is Quinn. We got computer 1. We got computer 2. We got computer 3. We got the phone. Folks, phone lines are open. 815-298-7200. Call in. Pledge your Beantown Podcast. Let us know that you're out there. Let's go ahead and get that donation link up here so we can go through the tiers for this year. Thank you to everyone who's donated already, $307 and counting. This mic issue is really bugging me. We've got a stand issue. It's about to topple over. Got to fix that. I'll let you know before we do anything else. Listener discretion is advised when you're listening to the Beantown Podcast. Number 1, we're occasionally some language. Number 2, this podcast is objectively terrible. But we're going to have a lot of fun here today. We got challenges. We got listener games when you call in. We have trivia. We have this week on the campaign trail. We have power rankings. We've got pop culture. We've got everything, folks. We might be here for a couple hours. You might want to settle in. Grab one of your favorite snacks. I don't usually get a lot of good snackage, but I did. I was at Jewel the other day and I got some of those rolled gold. Kind of a tough brand to say, rolled gold. It's like Roald Dahl, James and the Giant Peach. But those little cheddar pretzels, it's the only thing in the snack aisle at Jewel these days that's under $4 consistently. It's brutal. Snacking is expensive, man. I don't know where this world is going, but yeah, maybe you got some pretzels. I don't know, whatever you want. Pull up a chair, call in, play some games, watch along. If you're listening afterwards on the audio stream, let's cover that, and then we'll mention our donor tiers this year. No idea how the audio stream is going. If you followed the Beantown podcast last week rather, you know that it was just absolutely terrible with GarageBand. It's been that way for a while. But last week was really tough. It cut out like 7 times, just, brutal stuff. So we do have GarageBand going right now. In fact, if you are listening on the audio stream, you've already heard our brand new song, which we're going to pull up on YouTube in a second here for the YouTube stream. Because we kicked it off the show with that before our live stream started. I want to make sure we got that in. So I've got the GarageBand going right now. It's doing okay for now. It's never going to make it through the whole thing without interruption. So audio stream, apologies. Hopefully it's good for now. That's where computer 3 comes into play. So we've got the backup audio stream going, literally just the voice recorder app. It's going to be quiet. It's not a high quality computer. It's not a high quality listening audio experience, but at the very least it's running. It's fairly reliable, fairly dependable. Although this third computer tends to just crash out of the blue on occasion. So we'll be watching out for that. Let's go ahead and talk donor tiers here. And I saw that there was a question in the comments about our Fisher Price phone. Yes, Fisher Price, unofficial sponsor of the show. We've done it in the past where I really try to to kind of trick some of the youngsters, fool some of the youngsters, make it look like I'm actually speaking through this phone when they call in. But life moves on. People grow up. They understand that stuff doesn't work that way. So let's just put our phone up here. Hopefully it doesn't slide off. Donor tiers this year. Thank you so much for people who have already donated. Keep those YouTube comments coming in. I'll try to get to as many as I can. We got YouTube comments. We've got text messages. Everyone who's watching in live or watching later, thank you for joining the program. Reminder, we got listener games this year. First time ever. It's not just going to be, how's the weather? Or, what are your thoughts on politics? We've actually got games lined up. I actually wrote them down, all that stuff with real answers. So go ahead and call in. Where did this hat come from? Good question. Online purchase, I think. If you're new to the show, maybe this is your first experience with the hat, the suit, kind of my Wonka energy. But boy, I've been rocking this hat for a long time. Wore it to a couple of Vikings playoffs games, whenever that was last time they made it. So the hat is usually kind of like a special occasion. The suit I will wear out to a game at least once a year at a bar. Just feels good to dress up. I will say the pants, I got to get those hemmed. The suit coat is like a real nice fit, but the pants are like, it was one of those things where you just buy it online. The whole piece, there's a vest too, and it was small, medium, large, extra large. I think I got a large, extra large. I don't know. This was years ago. But the pants, usually they do a pretty good job of matching the pants to whatever the jacket would be. But the pants are way too big. I can't even wear them without having to just hold on to them. No belt can do that. So if you missed it, GoFundMe.com/7th annual-Beantown-podcast-pledge-drive-telethon. That's what you're going to want to type in. So if you're listening to the audio stream, maybe pause, put it at 0.5 speed so you can really get all those letters, or you could just Google it. We're at $307 raised so far. I do want to give a shout out to everyone who has raised money. Thank you. But I also wanted to, if you haven't raised, or if you're curious, you're just getting your feet wet, I want to let you know about our donor tiers, this year. So here we go. Here's the donor tier. Silver Club, up to a $15 donation. Okay. Verbal commendation, live on the Beantown podcast, Pledge Drive Telethon Fundraiser. Commendation, COMMENDATION. So there you go. We're going to do some of those in a second here. Gold Club, not Gold Bug, which I read for the first time about, I don't know, 2 months ago. I think it was over Christmas break. I was at my future in-laws house and I'm just sitting there. It was one of those things where like I think other people had to work and I didn't. So I was just kind of hanging out, chilling on the couch. And I was like, I should find a way to use my time productively. This is before I started my now 53-day Duolingo streak, yo hablo. So I'm like, gold bug. I've known about it. I've read a lot of Poe, not a lot, but some Poe, but I've never read the Gold Bug. Let's check it out. So I pull up the Gold Bug. It's a pretty quick read. It's like a short story, and you can read it. I think I finished it in like 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. Interesting story though. A lot of good cryptography. And with that in mind, I'm going to pause the audio stream for a second here because we're losing it. We'll see. It's you can't kind of see the GarageBand out of the corner of my eye. It starts to get real like glitchy and choppy, and that's usually the precursor to madness. And the taking it to the next level here with GarageBand lately, usually it just kind of gets glitchy and it stops and it tells you and it pauses the stream and whatever. You just got to restart it. But lately it's been going into spinning circle of hell mode on the Mac, and literally 2 minutes before I started recording, I was just trying to get it flowing. Everything, copacetic, COPASETIC. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever actually seen that word written out before. And it did that. And I had to do the Command Option Escape to do a force quit. So we'll see. Fingers crossed. We're already 15 minutes into the audio stream here. So I consider that to be a win. And we got the backup going just in case. But to finish it up, Goldbug, good on cryptography and symbols and, hidden figures like Catherine Johnson, I think her name was. So give it a read if you have it. Kind of an interesting one. It's not going to blow your socks off. I wouldn't think. It didn't mine. Mine stayed put. But our donor tier, so Gold Club, that's up to a $25 donation. You get a mention on Beantown Podcast Season 7 Wall of Champions post on beantownpodcast.com/blog. So be on the lookout for that as we wrap up Pledge Drive Month this week. And then, as always, the Topaz Elite Club. It's been around the block. It came back. $26 donation and beyond. Beantown Podcast limited edition collector's item tote bag. And unlike previous years when we completely dropped the ball on, prizes and stickers and autographed pictures, although I think we did do that one year. These bags are already they're out. They're in circulation. If you've donated before this morning, bag has been shipped your way. I don't know. I think it was my aunt who delivered the first donation about a week ago. And I don't know if she's received it yet. We'll see. But I'm using a new vendor, a new site where they were not vetted. So hopefully I haven't been scammed out of it's probably already about $100 that I spent on them this week and last. So if you get your Beantown Podcast Collector's Edition tote bag, don't forget to tweet at us. Beantown at BeantownCast, that's x.com, twitter.com. Let's check these YouTube comments. Haven't been looking. People are excited. Dressers, 2 C's in copacetic. I see 3 C's. COPACETIC. That's 3 C's total. So a lot of C's. Sail in the high seas. Speaking of sail in the high seas, we got a lot of liquids down below me. Usually I try to get through the whole Pledge Drive fundraiser, and it's like, how long can I go before I have to pee? I think we're gonna have to have a built-in pee break today because it's just I'm looking down, and let's get into it here. We're gonna save one for a little bit later. That's gonna be a challenge portion where if we raise a certain amount in that, however long it takes, we'll send it into triple nitrous overtime and do a lot of extra donations. This is a dark horse. I don't know why I said it that way. Sauvignon Blanc 2022. So it's aged, right? Aged gracefully, unlike the Beantown Podcast. Screw off cap. You got to do that. We have an electric wine opener, and it was out of juice the other day. We were trying to open up a bottle of white that needed to be decorkified. And I'm like, well, I'll just go get my Swiss Army knife that belonged to my great-grandfather, and nowhere to be found in this apartment. In fact, last week was a real, we said listener discretion is advised on the show. Last week was a real mind fuck. Lost my Wi-Fi router, not the one that we actually use, obviously, but my backup. It's gone. And same for my Swiss Army knife. So it's little gremlins sneak in. Gremlins 3, that could be the plot. Little gremlins sneak in, take people's Swiss Army knives and Wi-Fi routers and just wreak havoc on them. Terrible. Hate it. This is a white. It's pretty cheap. Reminds me of the sort of thing I would throw in my Nalgene and top it off with a couple ice cubes. Take that to kickball. Oh man, you're toasted. You're around in third, and you don't know if you can make it all the way. You've already been running for 15 seconds at that point. But it's fun. It's fun. Topaz Elite Club, $26 donation and beyond. Beantown Podcast limited edition collector's item tote bag. When you get your tote bags, tweet at us, BeantownCast. Send us an email, beantowncast@yahoo.com. Maybe carrying some Dark Horse wine. Maybe carrying navel oranges. Maybe, I don't know, it could be good for like the dispensary too, I guess. People see the bag and they're like, who the hell still listens to the Beantown Podcast after 7 years? And they see your drugs in there. Like, now I understand. Now it's become clear. Like the after guy in a Claritin commercial. But thank you to those of us, or those of you all who have donated. Lots of donors already. Let's get the, again, if you are part of our gold club, you will be featured on our wall of champions. Thank you to what we have so far: Anna Ogunaike, Jose Ramos, Abigail Furness, David Sally Furness, Anonymous, Scott Furness, Jane Dennison Furness, Molly and Tom Morello. Thank you so much. A reminder, phone lines are open, 815-298-7200. Here's the deal, folks. You don't need to have not donated yet in order to call in and play our listener games, because I got a lot written. I even did a backup one on the exercise bike this morning. I was like, what if 20,000 people call? No, not 20,000, but 15. You know, I'm going to run out of games. It's going to be live on air. It's going to be embarrassing. So let's see, more YouTube comments. You're going to show the people the tote bag sneak peek. I don't have one, or else I would. That's the thing. That you want to know how limited edition this tote bag is? I don't even have one. That would be like, imagine you want Don Mattingly's 1986 World Series jersey or something. You're like, Don, send me a picture. And it's like, it's so limited, I don't even have one. Or who is the Kirk Gibson? That mustache. Good stuff. It is a Beantown Podcast show after all. So I think we ought to jump in. As a reminder, we got so many things planned for you today. So let's not wait around any longer. Let's go to our show notes. And just a reminder of some things to come. Oh, we got a call coming in. This is going to be a lot of fun. Brother of the show, Walt Furness. Here we go. And when we get the callers on YouTube, kind of hard to hear because I'm not actually hooked up to a mic there. So just play along with it. GarageBand's still doing good. Beantown Podcast, 7th annual Pledge Drive Telethon Fundraiser. Quinn speaking.
Hey, Quinn. Just wanted to call in and figured I might as well jump in and be the first caller.
Thanks, appreciate it. How are things in great state of Ohio? How's our boy John Kasich doing?
Well, I don't know. I think he seems to have more or less disappeared from the public eye. I don't really know what he's up to, but you don't hear about it much these days.
No, there's a lot of politicians like that from years ago. I like doing deep dives, just kind of seeing what they're up to. Although their Wikipedia pages tend to not be updated, and without Wikipedia, I don't really know how to do research. So it's tough.
Now your master's degree didn't prepare you for research outside of Wikipedia.
No, I had to do it. Let's pause this audio stream. You're an expert in MacBooks well beyond their years. What advice do you have as we're on year 11 here with my MacBook?
That's impressive longevity. Mine, which I think is no longer working, although it's been a few months since I've tried. I don't know. It's tough. Mine made it to about, it was about a 2008 to last year. At some point, it was still working a little bit. So it made it about 15 years. But the last couple of years, I didn't use it for much because the internet basically evolved beyond the computer. Like I couldn't update any kind of system that could handle modern websites. So you'd go to like YouTube and it would just be this like weird salad of tiles and things, and stuff wouldn't play, and you could still get some really basic sites to load, but it was kind of a disaster. So it's tough. I think you've had pretty good fortune with your MacBook if it's still running GarageBand, but I don't know. My best advice is to back up your files. Get a hard drive.
Well, I was I haven't dared to try to play a video on this thing in a long time. I did log into email just this morning though, which was a pretty Herculean feat for this thing. Pretty fun to be able to get into that. And, the crazy thing about this MacBook is I was real worried about it. I think it was back like season 1 of the Beantown podcast. I had this weird RAM issue, and I literally had to order a part off of the internet and do surgery live on our Christmas Day stream. It was nuts. And it worked just by following the video tutorial, and it's still kicking. So it's about the handiest thing I've ever accomplished in my life.
That's pretty good. Yeah, I've never done that with mine. I had to change the battery a few times. Did you ever change the battery?
No, I haven't. I haven't changed the battery.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, I can get about a full hour out of it without charge, but
that's pretty good. I would get to the point with mine where it pretty much had to be plugged in like constantly, or it could maybe go like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I changed. I think I went through 2 batteries maybe on it that I put in myself, and it's really not that hard to install. But that was the extent of the repairs that I did on it.
Mm. Yeah, well, I appreciate you calling in. We got listener games here, and you're the first person, so it's pick of the litter. I've got one that I think would be a good fit for you, but I'll give you the different games we got here, and you can choose. So I guess this is a sneak preview for other people watching the stream. They get an idea of what our categories are like today. So here are the one I think you'd be a good fit for would be highest point by country, but our other options would be President Trivia, Who Said It, World War II Death Toll, Unbreakable Sports Records, a logic puzzle, Telethon Around the World, or Which Josh Hutcherson Role. So you can pick whichever game you want.
Definitely not the last one for me. Oh man. Let's try the country high points, because even though I'm going to be embarrassed if I don't get some things, that it's probably my best shot at success.
All right. I think we got eight here, it looks like. Yeah. All right. Here we go. All right. So I'm going to name the mountain or point, landmass, whatever. No technicalities here. You give me the country. And this is no joke, per playgroundequipment.com. It's their list.
This says George Costanza, their salesman.
Play now. All right, here we go. These are across the board crazy levels of difficulty to easy ones. So we'll see. I think you'll do solid. All right, here we go. Number 1, and I can spell anything you need me to.
Okay.
Kanchenjunga.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm pretty sure this is on the border of India and Nepal. I'm going to say India.
That's right. There we go. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Oh, this one I don't know if you know, but it could be up your alley. Number 2, Ojos del Solado.
Oh, okay. So definitely a Spanish name. It means eyes of salad. Just kidding. I don't remember what solado means.
Someone's been doing that Duolingo just like me.
Gosh, let's see. I feel like I've heard of this one, but I don't actually know. I'm gonna guess Mexico.
Ooh, good guess. You got to go further south.
Okay.
Much further south.
I know it's not Costa Rica. Okay. Let's try Argentina.
Ooh, you got to go. You got to left a little bit. Go left.
Is it Chile?
It's Chile. Oh. If you got issues, take it up with playgroundequipment.com.
I mean, that's okay. I just feel like I should have known it since we were in that country last year, a couple of years ago. Anyway.
It's all right. I got a bounce back for you. Here we go. All right. Number 3, Mount Ararat.
Ooh, I believe that's in Turkey.
Mm-hmm. And it's like their flag or like their currency or something. Not Turkey, but another country features Mount Ararat heavily. Do you know which country it is?
Oh, interesting. Flag or currency?
It's something like that. Something official looking.
Okay. Oh, I don't think I actually know, but is it? Well, I know it's not in the flag, but is it Georgia? I don't know.
I think it's Armenia, but
okay, yeah.
I'll try to confirm that. Playgroundequipment.com didn't have that. That was just my own knowledge, but
I could definitely see it being on the currency. Can't think of any flags that feature mountain. But anyway, interesting.
Ararat is known as the holy mountain of the Armenian people. So that's per phoenixtour.org/blog.
Boy, you're really finding some gems of websites.
All right, this next one's going to be really tough, and I'll give you a hint that's not really that helpful, but it'll narrow it down. Let's just put it that way. All right, next up, Mount Villingili, Villingili, and it is 17 feet tall.
You said 17?
That's right.
Oh man, it's like Florida. So when you first said that word, it made me think of like Vilnius in Lithuania, but I doubt that's. I don't know how to put it end again. Something that sounded almost Italian.
Gili, Mount Villingili.
Okay. Is this somewhere like in the South Pacific?
It's in the Indian Ocean.
Is this the Maldives?
That's right, Maldives.
Okay. Yeah, famously low-lying country. That's a good one.
All right, I got this. This might be the toughest one of all of them. So just go back to your South Pacific instincts on this one. All right, per playgroundequipment.com, unnamed location on Kao, Kao.
Okay, let's say I actually don't know what it is in terms of like where that presumably island is. Let's say Federated States of Micronesia.
I would say close, but I actually have no idea because the Pacific's really big. It's one letter away from the name of like a heavy equipment brand.
Tonga.
Yeah, there you go. It's Tonga.
Wow, that's nice. Deep pull.
Right as we lost our audio stream on GarageBand here, but we're just gonna keep it going. All right. My next two are the same, so it's got maybe tricky, maybe not. I don't know. Just do your best. The next two I have are both Mount Olympus.
Okay. Well, I know that's one of them is Greece.
That's right.
And, you might think presumably that it would be close by. It could be a trick, but let's say North Macedonia.
Ooh, you got to go a different direction, but it is close.
Okay. Let's see. It could be Albania.
Go to the sea.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was wondering. Okay. So let's go to the sea, but it's a tree. It's not. I mean, this is a little further than I would have expected. It's not Cyprus, is it?
It is Cyprus.
Okay. Wow.
Mount Olympus.
On that Russian history.
YouTube comments want you to know that unnamed point on Kao is 3,379 feet.
Okay. Wow.
Not too bad.
It's not too shabby. I mean, a lot of those specific islands are volcanoes. So, wow.
All right, I got one more for you. It could be the toughest one of all. We'll see.
I thought you said that about the last two.
This one's you gotta rack your brain hard. Focus, okay? Mount Kenya.
That's in Kenya.
Hey, there you go. All right, I think that was like
strong.
6 out of 8, something like that. Pretty good.
Yeah, 6.5. I don't know. Anyway, I'll take it. Well, that was fun. Thanks for putting that game together.
Of course, and we got so many other games. So if we get towards the end of the show and no one else called in, come back and I'll get some Josh Hutcherson questions for you.
Oh boy, yeah, I know about one maybe. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, I'm gonna try to stick around the stream as long as I can. I just wanted to let you know that we're smashing that donate now button and joining the Topaz Elite Club.
Nice.
Look forward to that. I feel like sometimes you can wait till the last minute to push you over the edge, but today I could even donate before you were way over your budget, so that's exciting.
It's that inflation. It's this would have been like $75 back in season 1, but I appreciate it nonetheless.
True. Yeah. So anyway, glad to be able to call in and congrats on your 7th. Do you really do a telethon your first year? I don't remember.
I'm pretty sure. You can go back to YouTube. I have to check, but
wow.
Yeah, 7 seasons and just go with it.
Wow, that's impressive. Well, I also have a dog right here if you want to interview them.
Oh, interview with a dog, not on the show notes, but I'm all about improv. So, all right, can you hear?
Here's Sabaka if you want to ask him any questions.
All right, what are your thoughts on Snoopy? Because I feel like everyone kind of loves Snoopy, but as a dog, I could see him being like Taylor Swift for you, where he's like so much attention, and it's like I'm kind of over it already. So, any thoughts? All right, that's better than Bailey's done at some points, so it's pretty good.
Well, now you got that segment in on this show.
We're trying to. It's a greatest hits at this point. Thank you, Sabaka. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, I'll let you get back to your programming and maybe let other people in on the phone lines. But just wanted to say hi. Thanks for the game.
Thanks for playing. Thanks for calling. Thanks for donating, and I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Take care, Quinn.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
There you go. It's that easy, guys. Call in, play a game, have some fun, drink some wine. It's Sunday after all, right? Lent. You gotta drink on Sundays. Coming up here, more games. We've got the live debut of a brand new single. Audio audience already heard me. Video audience, you're gonna get it right behind me once the ads play. Although probably not any ads, or else you figure I'd be getting paid for that if there were ads, right? So hopefully there's not any ads. Definitely not getting paid. Yeah, where were we? I have no idea. Let's go back to our show notes here. All right. Okay, let's do a trivia question. So I know it's like, well, we just did trivia questions, set games. That's how great this show is. So we got more trivia for you. Not only do we have our games, but we've got trivia as well. And so I've got a series of 5 trivia questions this day in history. So feel free to play along at home. Excuse me. As a reminder, call in. Phone lines are open, 815-298-7200. Donate at the link. I believe it's in the description. But YouTube streaming is not my strong suit. So go ahead and check it out. We're going to go in chronological order here. I've got 5 this day in history questions for you. So we'll periodically get back to them. Here's our first one. February 25th, 1705. So for you math whizzes out there, that's about, 319 years ago. February 25th, 1705. George Frederick Handel's now lost opera about this Roman emperor premieres. Perhaps the orchestra section featured primarily fiddles. So there you go. I'll repeat it one more time. Handel's now lost opera about this Roman emperor premieres. Perhaps the orchestra section featured primarily fiddles. YouTube comments are all over it. These guys are pretty smart. It is Nero. There you go. Nero playing the fiddle as Rome burned. They've since dissolved or disputed or this something that it sounds like it's not actually real. Oh, we got another listener calling in, another brother of the show. We'll see which game he wants to go for. Let's check it out. Beantown Podcast 7th Annual Telethon Pledge Drive Fundraiser. This is Quinn. What's going on?
Hey, Q. I just wanted to call in and make sure I got credit for that last right answer.
You sure did. It looks like you came in right before Jane Dennis and Furness on YouTube, but she had the capital N, so we'll do partial credit for both of you. Congratulations.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Yeah, you want to play one of these games? What are you thinking?
I do. I'm torn, so I might need your help deciding between the unbeatable sports records and Josh Hutcherson roles.
All right. Yeah, those are both good. Both got some fun ones in there. I don't know. What are you leaning towards?
I'm leaning towards Josh Hutcherson, but I really don't want to miss the sports one. So I'm hoping that maybe one of the next callers will do that one.
Okay. All right. We'll get someone to do sports records. And here's the thing with the games. I think I created like 8 of them. And anyone who's listening or watching, you're going to get the content at the end of the day, one way or another. Because I won't finish the stream until the wine's gone, until we raise thousands of dollars, until my laptop breaks. So any of them. We got 3 going here on in the studio. So, all right, here we go. Josh Hutcherson rolls. This was the one I wrote this morning on the exercise bike. I was watching Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2, and I was inspired. So here we go. I got 5 for you, and I'll give you a hint. Hunger Games is not in them. So, all right. So I'm just going to give you his character and maybe another kind of clue or identifying feature, and do your best. All right, so you got to give me the film. Number 1, goal-scoring Bucky Weston.
Is that the first one?
Yeah, we're starting it off easy.
No. I mean the first Hunger Games.
No, not that either.
Is it Catching Fire?
So not going so well. His father is played by none other than Oscar winner Robert Duvall.
Okay, that sounds familiar. Kids sports movie.
Potentially Mike Ditka's best role, but I don't want to speculate.
Is that Kicking and Screaming?
There we go. Ding, ding, ding. Number 1, Kicking and Screaming. Bucky Weston plays Will Ferrell's half brother, step brother, something like that. There we go.
If that was a double Jeopardy, I would have come in just under the time limit.
It's all right. You got there. All right. This one, kind of a similar era. Character's name, Carl Munro, and he's stuck on a family vacation with none other than Mr. Robin Williams.
It's not Mockingjay, is it?
No. His in the film, his mom is played by I believe Cheryl Hines, better known as RFK Jr.'s significant other.
Oh, sure, Cheryl from Curved.
That's right.
Boy, I think I might need you to give me the first 5 or 6 letters of this one.
Okay, there's only 2 in the title, so that could be tough.
Oh, give me the first one.
R.
RV?
RV, there you go. Ding, ding, ding. Carl Munro.
I've never heard of that one. Is it any good?
I think I saw it once. It's like 2004, maybe. Someone can look it up. It's him and his parents and a sister, and Robin Williams is like a workaholic, and he takes him on this vacation, but it's actually a cover-up. He has to attend this conference or something like that, and he's constantly trying to spend time with the family and the kids, but he's also a workaholic.
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, it was back in the era when they made comedies like that. They don't make as many of those these days, but it was perfectly fine. Probably like a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah. All right, 2 for 2.
All right, I feel confident that you haven't seen this, but maybe you have, and maybe you've read it. Okay. Number 3, Sean Anderson, and he's taking a long trip inward.
I really want to say Hunger Games, but I know it's not that.
Nope, not Hunger Games. It's a very long trip that he's on, and it's going to an unexpected destination. And I'll let you know these are all films.
It's like Life of Pi.
Yeah, imagine if you wanted to get to China, what the shortest way to get to China would be. That's what Sean Anderson is doing. There you go, ding, ding, ding. There you go.
Nicole got that one.
All right.
She was whispering in my ear.
It's like when they play Who Wants to Be a Millionaire back in the early 2000s, and they phone a friend and they do a Google search before ABC knew what was up.
Yeah, you gotta lock him in a room with no internet access.
Need a producer. Yeah. All right, number 4. This one is going to be both easy and challenging at the same time, so just do your best. Number 4, Sean Anderson, taking a long trip more horizontally this time.
Same characters. Journey across the center of the earth.
I'll give it to you. I think it's Journey to the Mysterious Island.
Oh, is that another Jules Verne?
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but I would guess no.
Well, there is a Mysterious Island by Jules Verne, and you would never believe who makes a cameo in it.
Captain Nemo.
That's correct. He's at the island.
He's the main character of 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea?
That's correct.
I've never read Jules Verne.
Oh, he's great.
I have to check it out. Good stuff.
Well,
Good
okay, I'm interested in this movie, so I want to know if it's based on the book.
I did no research, so that could be something you might want to check out.
All right.
This
what is that? Four for 4?
That's 4 for 4. I think this last one is going to be the toughest one, but it's also by far the most recent. So maybe you're on top of this film, maybe you're not. I was aware of it, hadn't seen it, don't know much about it, but we'll just do our best. All right. Character's name, Derek Danforth, and he's potentially an apiarist in a sequel to a hit Jerry Seinfeld film.
I got none of that.
All right. His name is Derek Danforth. He might be an apiarist. I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Sorry. What word are you saying?
Apiarist.
A bee catcher?
That's right.
All
right. And you're so close to the title of the film. And I think it's Jason Statham, but I don't know for sure. Came out last year. It's like a revenge action movie.
Secret Life of Bees?
Pretty close, but not quite there.
Is this Hunger Games?
Someone who might tend to bees or keep them.
Beekeeper.
The beekeeper. There you go. Ding, 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 ding. YouTube says it might.
Nick Cage was in that one.
No, that's Wicker Man.
I hate that movie.
Never seen that one either. I just know the scene with the bees. YouTube says it might have been the Bee Movie 2, Honey, I Shrunk the Honey. That's pretty good. I'd watch that. Remember when we saw the Bee Movie in theaters?
We?
Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was one of our matinees with friend of the show, Jared Slothauer.
You're kidding me.
Definitely got some of those free refill ices or Slurpees or whatever they were.
Yeah, I mean, if we were watching Bee Movie, it was definitely for the Slurpees.
I think it was when you had remember the $5 movie club? You had the little card with Abraham Lincoln on it. Probably one of those.
Yeah, I do remember going to Phil Place with them. I just don't remember seeing that one. We probably saw all kinds of movies I don't remember, though. I can't think of any of them.
We saw the Jim Carrey version of Lemony Snicket's Unfortunate Events. We saw that one too.
That rings a bell. Yeah. Boy, that brings me back.
Quality picture 20 years ago. Well, thanks for playing. Congrats on your we'll say 5 for 5 on the Rich Josh Nicholson role.
Yeah, boy, that's amazing because I didn't know any of those movies before we started talking.
So you figured it out. You used your intelligence and yeah, there you go. You got this life-changing platform. Any other thoughts here on the 7th annual Pledge Drive Telethon?
We wanted to ask about a new tier. Oh, yes. I just wanted to sort of get your thoughts on, maybe upping the donor tiers a little bit next year, just so that there's adequate recognition for those who appreciate the podcast in that way. And that's all.
It's worth noting you've definitely upped the bar on how much people are willing to support the arts. So
I want to know what I'm trying to say, how much an executive producer credit costs.
Definitely not too much. Rachel got an executive producer credit on something special that I'm about to debut after we hop off the phone here. So yeah, it's worth. I will take that into, as Charlie Kelly would say on It's Always Sunny, I will take that into cooperation.
Last question before I go. Where's the Bob Barker mic?
That's in case Rachel wants to come on. So we'll see if she's in the other room right now. We'll see if she wants to hop on. We'll see.
All right. Well, we'll be looking forward to it.
I wasn't sure if I wanted to do a maiden voyage on such a high stakes program, but next week for sure we'll check it out.
Yeah, Maiden Voyage is your middle name.
It's a good Herbie Hancock album, I believe.
All right, Q. Always good to chat.
Thanks so much for supporting the show. Thanks for playing our game. And if you come across Josh Hutcherson, you have something to talk about now.
That's true.
All right. Thanks for calling in. Appreciate it.
Okay. Bye.
All right, bye. Well, folks, we teased it, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is. We're going to debut a brand new hit single here on the Beantown podcast, Pledge Drive Telethon. Let's make sure all of our tech is still good. Our backup stream's going. There's no way the backup audio stream is going to be able to capture any of these phone calls. So we'll just do our best. Whatever's playing behind me is not that. I do not want to get DMCA'd or whatever they call it. Oh, it's that song. Oh, what a night. I don't know who sings that. The Outfield? I don't know. All right. Now I searched for it beforehand so that we didn't have to type it in, because anything that I upload, you have to type in every single exact character and then also add Quinn Furness to the end of it. So hopefully we'll save some time on that. I don't know how well this is going to come through audio-wise. But the GarageBand audio stream, already heard it at the top of the show. If you're listening to this on tape delay, there we go. But here we go. Without further ado, this is also on my YouTube channel. You can check it out anytime you want. We had a hit single last year for our Father's Day song, Daddy Longlegs. People loved it. It was world renowned. Getting ready for the show this week, Rachel says, hey, what if we brought in a little bit of fresh new energy? Something, kind of more young, urban, youthful that people would respond to. I said, let me go to work. Let me take out my DJ software and see what we can come up with. So, guys, this isn't even the Father's Day song this year. This is just bonus content. Daddy Longlegs, the remix 2.0. I'll get out of your way so you can watch it with me here. It's going to be electric. Audio stream, I'm just going to pause you while we're doing this, give you a little bit of a break. But you can also listen to it too. So here we go. Without further ado, grab some wine. It's going to blow your socks off. Daddy Longlegs, the remix 2.0. Fired up.
Sitting on top of the world. Sitting inside of my head. Sitting top, 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 top.
fire, yo. Straight fire. Oh, man. Good stuff. I don't know what that is. Oh, man. Oh, if you're missing the video stream, you just missed the dance party of the century. What a time to be alive. Daddy Longlegs, 2.0, the remix, live now on YouTube. Go give it a like. Smash that subscribe button. Smash the like button. Share it. I don't know. Put it on X. Do whatever you want. Oh, we got another call coming in. Oh, we got to get our games fired up here. We got so many games, so much trivia. This is crazy. All right, take a deep breath. We're only an hour in. Beantown Podcast, 7th Annual Pledge Drive Telethon Fundraiser. This is Quinn, out of breath from that sick new remix, Daddy Longlegs 2.0. Check it out on YouTube. What's going on? How are you?
Is this Verizon customer service?
No.
I think you overcharged me on my bill last month.
Is Verizon raising rates like every year, or is they kind of hold it steady? I don't pay my own phone bill.
Well, you should.
I offer to every year. I say, send me the bill, and never get the Venmo.
Okay. I'll work up an invoice for you.
Yeah, I was seeing this new product feature on QuickBooks the other day where someone sends you an email and they use AI technology to pull all that data from the email into an invoice, and it kind of creates it for you. It's pretty neat.
Ooh, sounds great. I'll have to get on that program.
AI, that's where it's at. This is dad of the show, Steve Furness. Thanks for calling in. How's your day going?
Pretty good. We're just kind of hanging out, getting ready to go out and do something fun, but I couldn't miss the show.
And now you can just pull up your YouTube on your phone and connect it on Bluetooth when you're in the car, and you don't need the radio, you don't need anything else. Just Daddy Longlegs Remix 2.0 over and over and over again. Let's blow this thing up.
All right. I'm sure the record companies will be calling soon.
Hopefully. Hey, do you wanna play a game live on the air?
Sure.
All right. So the category or games we got left are presidential trivia, who said it, World War II death toll, unbreakable sports records. We have a logic puzzle, or telethon around the world.
Why don't we go with unbreakable sports records?
All right. So it's going to be pretty straightforward. I'm just going to give you a record, and you tell me who holds that record. And it looks like I got 7 in here. I think you'll do pretty good on this, but we'll see how it goes. All right. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, number 1, 2,632 consecutive baseball games started or played. It's one of those. I don't know.
Former Oriole Cal Ripken Jr.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding. Number 1, 1 for 1. All right. Number 2 is also baseball related. 511 wins by a pitcher.
Could that be Cy Young?
It is. And you don't need a lot of size these days. When I was a kid, before I knew much about, baseball, I always assumed Cy Young was a Chinese guy because I just thought Cy was like a weird first name to have, but he's not. He's not Chinese.
I hear he made a great voodoo guy.
There we go. All right, this one. Let's see. This one you're just gonna need a hint on, but I think the hint will be helpful. The biggest blowout ever in college football history was 222-0 in the year 1916. And let me ask you this: do you have any guesses before I give you a hint?
I believe it was Georgia Tech over Cumberland.
He's killing it. Jeez. I don't know if he's using AI over there or if he's just naturally gifted, but the Yellow Jackets of Georgia Tech won by 222 points 100 years ago. Pretty impressive.
That's in my book, Strange But True Football Stories.
I got to read that next time I'm out there. Okay. You're doing great so far. I think you're going to have a beat on this one, too. Number 4. The NBA single game scoring record, 100 points, held by this man.
Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt, another good name. Wilt. You think of it more with plants and flowers and leaves, but it could also score 100 points. So you're hot right now. Actually, I think I said I had 7. I got 3 more for you. So 5 for 5 so far. All right, here we go. Don't overthink this one. Biggest margin of victory in a Triple Crown horse race, 31 lengths.
Would that be Secretariat, 1972?
It sure was, and I don't even have the year in front of me, but I'm going to take your word for it. Secretariat, 31 lengths. That's crazy. And a shameless plug for the Beantown podcast, 7th annual horse names special. Kentucky Derby is like early May, I think, so we'll have our horse names there. Dad, you're included in this. If you have any listener suggestions, you want to email in beantownpodcast@yahoo.com. Let us know. We'll try to read best horse names live on the air. So you're nailing it so far. You're 6 for 6. This one is going to be I don't want to say too tough, but this one we're going to up the difficulty level a little bit. But I think you can reason it out. All right. Number 7, the most consecutive. I think this is it must be single season NFL losses. It's 26 straight losses for an NFL team. Do you know who that was?
That was the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, lost their first 26 games.
Jeez, he's on fire. He's about to run the table. Oh, this last one. Okay, we'll see. We'll see if you can do it. This is, I think, less in your wheelhouse than some of the other ones. The number is 200, and the fact is the most NASCAR wins in history. 200.
Oh, boy. Was it Richard Petty?
Oh, he did it. He ran the table. 8 for 8.